Alright, so in this video we're going to have a look at things like loading your logos, setting up your account details, adding users, managing your subscription, and some basic business setup. So flipping over to my Buildxact account here, we're doing all of this through the My Business section of the menu up the top left here. And we're going to basically work through this little pop-out menu that opens when we click on My Business. First of all, the business details. So simply put, business details is where we pull from when we're making a quote or a purchase order or an invoice or anything like that, and we want to use your business information, logos, addresses, that kind of thing. So having this filled out is pretty key because without this, the documents look pretty empty. And couple of key things. Logos, we're going to quickly throw some in there. You can load in pretty much any logo. It's got to be an image file of some description. So I'm going to use, let's say, a logo large. Pop that in. So it can't be, say, a PDF. It has to be an image file. And depending on your account, you may have one or two logo options. So Pro and Teams accounts have two. Entry just has one. And I'm going to put the small one in there. If you have any issues with that, like it throws an error saying the file is too big, I would just suggest Googling image file shrinker or something like that. There's plenty of online tools that can make the image smaller so you can load it in. Working through the other parts on this screen, things like business name, business number, they're all pretty straightforward. You can go edit and tinker with all of this. The only thing that can't be changed by you is the registered email. So if you aren't happy with what this is, hit need help and contact support and they can change this for you. This is the main kind of registering ID for your account. Hence, we don't allow you to change it yourself. You can change the format for your business number if you're somewhere else in the globe. And we obviously capture things like your website, your licenses, etc. For contact emails, billing emails, if you leave all of those blank, we just default to the registered email. But this is just giving you options. For example, if you want the Buildxact invoice receipts to be sent to a different email as opposed to that one. Address, won't say anything about that. That's pretty straightforward. Moving on down, time zones, again, pretty straightforward. What tax code? So this is mainly if you're somewhere else in the world, your tax might be called something else. How many default days do you want to apply to invoices? Do you want to be working with metric and imperial or just one or the other? All of this can be set up here. And then looking at the right-hand side, we've got gallery images and brand colors. Now, this relates only to the client portal. So if you are using the client portal and that's something that's available on Pro and Teams plans, then putting these images in will mean that the client portal has some imagery related to your previous work, and they can see all of these. And also this will brand the client portal in your colors. This should automatically get set when you put your logo in, but you can change it to whatever you want. Users, so depending on the plan you're on, you will have a certain number of user seats that you can use up. And then anything beyond that, if you keep hitting plus, it's just going to tell you how much it costs. When you add, the person that you're adding gets sent an email, and that email takes them through the steps on how to activate. So it should be pretty straightforward for them to do it. It'll tell you, by the way, if the user already has an account. So there's definitely times where support has to help out because someone you're trying to invite has trialed Buildxact, way back in the past, or they've signed up under a different account name using the same email, that kind of thing. So if you have any headaches with that, let us know. Subscription, won't go too in depth into this one. The pricing will be different depending on where in the world you are, obviously. In here you can do different things like you can, for example, upgrade your plan, you can add users, you can view your invoice receipts, and depending on what plan you're on and what your billing cycle is like, you'll be able to make changes to your plan, but it'll guide you through what options are available to you in there. Lucky last, business setup. Tax rates is in here, and for Australian and New Zealand users, it's going to be auto set, so you pretty much can ignore that, which is fantastic. This is mainly detailed out for the North American users where tax is much more complex. You can store things like business documents where you want those to appear be available to attach to any email in any section or any share form in any section of the software. So something that you are going to attach regularly, you put it in here and it just shows up in all the different places. Building types, pretty much from here down to here, all fill out drop-down menus somewhere. So you can change the standard building types. The contact groups, you'll notice those are locked. They're locked because it affects the accounting integration. These are the main high-level groups. And then we get into the subtypes where you can put whatever you want in here, like plumber, electrician, framer, roofer, renderer, anything. And this affects the drop-downs in the contacts area. As you get more and more into the software, you're going to find where all these affect. So I wouldn't stress too much about setting these all up from day one, but as you need them, you'll know where to come. Unit measures, this shows up in the costing screen, and these just drive the drop-down that you see there when you're putting in different items and different measures. Fantastic. That's a whole bunch about how to set up your account. Hopefully that gives you enough to do what you need to do. As always, any questions, let us know.